It's finally here. The first big collaboration between Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog has finally made its way into a movie and onto DVD and into our homes and onto our shelves. But what if I told you it wasn't the first ever collaboration between Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog? Allow me to bring you back to the year 2000, in which Cartoon Network hosted a Scare-a-thon sweepstakes that competed Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo against one another to figure out who was the scarier dog. Now, whoever was the winner ended up having an entire day dedicated to having their show become a marathon. So we have this first promo advertising the Scare-a-thon, where we see Shaggy and the gang pull up, and then all of a sudden they end up getting abducted by some alien spaceship, and lots of other weird, wacky things happen throughout this promo, and it's just advertising the Scare-a-thon sweepstakes, where you can win all these prizes and all these sorts of things like that if you vote online.
The Scare-a-thon sweepstakes will win a trip to mysterious Roswell, New Mexico, and possibly make contact with alien life form. For a chance to win, go to CartoonNetwork.com or enter by sending a 3x5 piece of paper with your name, age, address, and phone number to Scare-a-thon Sweepstakes, P.O. Box 771399, St. Louis, Missouri 631772399. 100 first prize winners will each receive one Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders video and a Cheetos snack pack brought to you by Cheetos and Cartoon Network.
Next up, we have the first promo advertising Scooby and Courage together as we see them all interacting with each other and bouncing off each other back and forth. And it's fun to see them all interact. And this is the first time they've actually interacted at all in the history of the characters together, is right here.
Use. The battery's dead.
Maybe we can use the phone in that farmhouse.
Like I hope the kitchen is still open. I'm wasting away.
I'm sure our power will come back on soon. Then you kids can make your phone call. Why don't we pass the time by telling each other ghost stories?
Courage is almost more afraid than Scooby.
I'll take that bet. Start the stories, Muriel. Let's see which one of these dogs is a bigger chicken.
It's the Scooby-Doo Courage the Cowardly Dog Scare-a-thon. All next week at 7. Only on Cartoon Network.
The second one is actually a continuation of that first one, and we get to see, again, the characters interact with one another, and we get to see an interesting weird joke where kind of, I guess, Fred jokes that him and Daphne kind of got it on while they were separated.
Daphne and I were... Oh, well, I was just trying to start the mystery machine.
And I found him there, and then we started talking, and time kind of got away from us, you know?
Right, Daphne.
I've got a story, though. It's called The Ascot That Ate My Neck. The Ascot That Ate My Neck. Yeah, right. Well, anyway, it was a dark and stormy night. Just like tonight. And I was minding my own business when my ascots started chomping on my neck. It was really scary.
And I thought you were such a nice boy.
Sorry, ma'am.
Now you done it. You're in Dutch with my wife. Ho, ho, ho.
It was chomping on his neck. Did you hear that? His neck. Where's Rack? Right.
And yeah, it's interesting to see because at the end it shows that Courage was indeed the winner of the contest, and Eustace gets to scare Courage once again.
I know where this is going.
I don't think you do.
You have a new story?
Yes.
With a different ending?
Yes, you crazy dog.
All right then. Go ahead.
Thank you. I love Halloween.
The next commercial that we're going to see is actually Scooby and Shaggy inside of a haunted house, and as they're confronted with a giant, hideous monster, they begin to scream, but who's screaming even louder than them, right behind them, happens to be Courage, who's just continuing to actually out-scream them. in their little Scream Fest.
Scooby and Courage together all month long in October. Scary.
Is he always like that?
On to the next promo, we get to see that Shaggy and Scooby are trying to hide from this villain that's outside. And as they're hiding, right next to them, Courage is hiding right along with them as they're all shaking, as scared as they can be.
Cartoon Network, el mejor lugar para cartoons. Como escondite.
Now, the next promo is probably the most famous. It's where we see Courage hiding inside of his attic as he's confronted by two mummy-looking creatures, but it's revealed that it's actually Shaggy and Scooby in disguise, and they all have a good laugh about it.
Dig this, Yappy Dog. We'll handle all the creepy villain angles on this network. Well, Yappy Dog.
Stupid dog! You made me miss who the villain was.
Hey, like, what's this?
Oh, Courage, it's only the Cartoon Network.
Now I'll never get to sleep.
Now, these next two aren't entirely clear, pitch-perfect interactions, but they are still a crossover nonetheless. The first one we're going to look into is the Locker Room promo, where we see a bunch of dogs from tons of different Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers properties interacting with one another, and then you can see Courage in the background as he begins to kind of freak out and kind of point off-screen. And then, off-screen, enters Scooby-Doo, as they all begin to laugh and rejoice with one another.
That's my uncle!
Probably the last big promo that I was able to find of there somewhat being some kind of a crossover is actually the famous Scrappy-Doo Rant promo. In the beginning here, as characters are exiting the Cartoon Fridays building, we are actually able to see Courage the Cowardly Dog as he slowly walks past Scrappy-Doo. Other interactions have Scrappy kind of freaking out and yelling and doing his rant, as we can see Eustace and Muriel are in the foreground or background, or also walking past inside and outside of the building. So those are the bigger crossovers of this promo. It's mostly just kind of, you know, background or walking past, but it still, in my opinion, counts.
You are here today, Scrappy?
You are a genius! How'd you figure that out?
Cartoon Network, the best place for cartoons.
Not for me! Not for me, man!
And finally, the last two bumpers I was able to find that somewhat kind of hinted at, you know, anything of a crossover are actually the next then later bumpers, where we see at first Courage is on now, and then next is Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And then following that, we see that Courage is on now, and then next is the Scooby-Doo movie. So, that's all in all for me. However, I would love to be able to end this video by showing you guys that Marty Grabstein, the official voice of Courage, has been shown these promos and is in celebration of the newest crossover, has reacted to them, and he wants to share his reaction. So, let's get into it.
Scooby-Doo! Anyway, bless you, man. I thought that was really crazy. That was very crazy watching the old promos. Me and Scott Innes, who was the voice of those promos. I haven't seen... Wait, I'm not going to lie to you. I've never seen those ever. I recorded them and I remember recording them, but I've never seen them. So thank you for sending those to me. That was absolutely so great. Or actually... if Tony the Tiger wanted to say something, he would say... You're great. You got a little Tony the Tiger, too!
Thank you so much to Marty Grabstein for making that video for us. And, yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed. And I will hopefully be able to see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.